What's happening? It's your man, the scholar, DJ Akademiks, Impact TV, WPGC 95.5, DC Lottery Live Studios. Special guest, man, Pooch Hall in the building, man. I appreciate you making the time crunch.
Already.
Getting up in here, man.
Come on, DJ Akademiks. I wouldn't miss it for the world, man. I really like DC. DC's always shown me love, so I'm happy to be here.
Man, I appreciate you, man, because you're a busy man. I mean, everybody, of course, know you from the game where we got to see you grow as an actor from 1 to, I say, 5.5 or 6.5.
5.5. We did 5 seasons, and I did the two episodes in season 6, and then they brought Tia and myself back to kind of close out the whole series, you know.
And how much of a learning experience was that for you? Because, I mean, because as a fan of the show and I actually watched all the seasons, I seen you, like, do different maturations and different emotions in it.
Well, I think that, you know, I definitely want to thank BET, the game, for giving me the opportunity to be a part of television history. I mean, the game is up there, and I want to thank the fans out there, too, for supporting it. I mean, because without them and you guys, we wouldn't be what we are today, because you guys helped us come back. And, you know, there was a brief hiatus for me when I went off to go on new endeavors, a new chapter in my life, working on Ray Donovan on Showtime, because, you know, I'm trying to be up there with Will and Don Cheadle and the Robert Downey Jr.'s and Denzel's. I mean, you have to grow as an actor, and growing on the show allowed me to be a part of a critically acclaimed cast with John Voight, Liev Schreiber, Colin Malcolmson, Elliot Gould. You know, they big dogs, and Liev is killing right now. Liev Schreiber right now is killing, and to be working with them and holding my own, I think the game allowed me to show some stuff, and it's like continue to flex that muscle. So, it was a great experience, and because, you know, I was the lead, they kept giving me stuff. They said, well, let's see if we can do this. Oh, shoot, we can do that, and that's kind of what it was. But we all wish it could have went on, and, you know, 1,000 more seasons, kind of like Degrassi High, or you know, one of them shows that just never ends.
And just to let everybody know, you did not get fired.
Yeah, I did not get fired.
Not get fired.
My contract ended, and in the middle of negotiations, I booked Ray Donovan, and Showtime was like, "Yeah, you still can go do the game," but, you know, it didn't work out in my favor, for whatever reason, over there at BET. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? You got to move on, and I can't, you know, be upset that it didn't work out in my favor. Although it would have been cool to have 2 shows and cross promote and continue to build that brand.
And great to have 2 checks too.
Yo, there's nothing like 2 checks. Money, 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 money.
But speaking of that, I do want to ask you about that, because, I mean, a lot of times that wasn't your first role, but it was more like when your introduction to America.
It was almost like Pooch arrived.
Exactly.
In a sense.
So with that being said, when you do a certain role so great and people see you as that person, a lot of actors have a lot of hard time getting out of there. And I'll take example, Uncle Phil. He said he had a lot of time getting out of it. It was hard for him to get other roles.
Alfonso Ribeiro,
but they kept seeing him as that person, but you didn't have that problem at all.
No, I think when you're a lead or a leading man, it's easy to kind of have you go into another role. And, you know, Jaleel White, who's a friend of mine, who's a great actor, he took on a role which he wasn't even supposed to be the lead. He was Urkel, and he was just supposed to be the next door neighbor, but he was the breakout. Yeah. But
he was the center of the show.
He was the center of the show, but he was a character that, you know, people kind of looked at. I don't want to say people, like maybe the industry looked at him as like, well, he's just a black nerd. That's all we see him at. But Jaleel's actually a dope actor, and it's crazy because he came in a time that they didn't allow people to kind of flex that muscle. It's like, well, let's see if he can play a serial killer. Let's see if he can play a lawyer. Let's see if he and he, you know, you have to be smart in a sense to even be in this industry to be able to do what we do. And they, in my opinion, I don't think they ever gave him a chance. You know, Quentin Tarantino, if you're out there listening, can you call Jaleel White and put him in something and let him show you his skills? Because he's a good brother too, and a talented brother. But for me, playing like, you know, a character like Derwin, he's kind of like the everyday guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like your best friend. He's a girl. He's your girlfriend.
Did you just say he's your girlfriend?
No, but he's like the girl. I just got off a plane. But like, you know, girls liked him, moms liked him, the fellas liked him. He got along with everybody. But with that being said, it's easier to make a transition to go to another role. So me going from the game to Ray Donovan on Showtime, which is like it's one of the highest levels, you know, as far as like the work that we're doing. And what's crazy is being over at Ray Donovan was almost kind of like they just found me. I said, nah, I've been here for a minute. And, you know, playing this character, he's a different character. He's a half-brother of
like Daryl, right?
Daryl. He's a half-brother of a Hollywood fixer who's played by Liev Schreiber, who's actually my big brother for real. He fought for me in this film that we just did called The Bleeder.
Yeah, you're playing Ali, the greatest.
And he fought for me. And because he saw what I could do on the show. Now, with that being said, when you have people who believe, then they'll vouch for you. I know sometimes in our community, we're always talking about let's stick together. I just want to make it a point to say, don't say if you don't mean it. And I can honestly say that if I got your back, I'm going to look out for you, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to like put it out there, and then when I start to bubble and do my thing, people kind of pull back out of jealousy. They're like, oh, this cat's eating. But it's just like, yo, the better I am, the better you are. And if you show me that you ain't been drinking the Haterade or whatever, there's no reason why we can't rise together. So me, where I'm at now, there's a reason why the things happen the way they did. And being on Ray Donovan, like I got a film coming out for DreamWorks Universal called A Dog's Purpose. It was based off of the number one novel in the New York Times bestseller. Mm-hmm. With Bradley Cooper, Dennis Quaid, directed by Lasse Hallström, and then The Bleeder with Liev Schreiber and Michael Rappaport, Naomi Watts, Ron Perlman, Jim Gaffigan. It's like that level to where now you're in an arena where people can actually really see you. Because quite frankly, a lot of the people that kind of make moves in Hollywood weren't watching the game. They look at it as like, oh, it's just a black show. I'm not into that. It's like, no, it's a great show made of a wonderful black actor. And being on the game changed my life. And like I said, I'm very thankful. We all wish it could have went on forever, but you know, everything comes to an end. So it's just like, with that being said, you have to be ready to take on the next chapter. You can't be afraid. And I was like, let's go.
All right. With that being said, I mean, digging into this character, Daryl. All right. How did you prepare for that? I mean, matter of fact, he's a boxer, right? Mm-hmm. And then I read up and actually found that this dude won the Golden Gloves in 1994. So like, well, I probably shouldn't put the date. I didn't mean to date you like that, bro.
It's okay. I'm all right.
But you actually won the Golden Gloves. So I mean, again, you played football back in the day. So now, what's another talent that we're gonna find out that's in your next role? I mean,
well, I don't rap anymore.
Anymore. So
No. Okay.
Crush Groove 3.
No. Well, hey, they about to do the Def Jam movie. They about to do the Def Jam movie. With my boy Michael B.
Mac Wiles. The new one. What's that? The one with Mac Wiles. It's the Breaks. The Breaks. They just they're doing the Breaks over.
Okay.
And Mac Wiles is in that.
Yeah. No, Trish is my boy. I met him. We worked on Miracles Boys with Spike Lee when he was like 14, 15. And even back then, I was just like, yeah, bro. I said, you gonna do some things. And to see him now is just like makes you proud, like a big brother. You know, and Sean Nelson from the Wood in the Corner, and Helena McCullum, like these are we became family for real. And it always makes you feel good when you see people that you work with growing and staying humble. And you know, that's very important in this industry, man, because some people get jaded and get, you know, caught up in the BS. It's like there's no need for it. There's no reason why we all can't be like and whatnot. So I just think that playing Daryl and me being a fighter just kind of went hand in hand.
Did you get back in the gym?
Yeah, I've been back in the
shooting.
Gym. Well, we definitely did. And then we're doing more boxing now in season 4. So we're definitely in the gym now. Victor Ortiz is working with us, who who's a professional fighter.
But he does UFC.
Does he?
I think this is MMA, mixed martial arts. But, yeah, man.
Yeah, he's working with us. Lisa Bonet's working with us. She's great. And I don't know if y'all know, but her dude Jason Momoa is playing Aquaman in the new Batman Superman.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, woo!
I'm a big kid. You're a big action figure and comic book guy. You still eating snacks and looking at cartoons all night.
People
I saw that and I couldn't believe it. I was like, you still doing that, really? Like,
people
really,
don't remember back in the day, Saturday mornings, kid. Saturday morning, you understand? Yeah, it was stuff I grew up on. But I just think that I feel there's nothing I can't do. I'm always willing to push myself, and I love challenges. And you can't be in this industry and expect to go far or to another level if you're not hungry. And like I'm a savage, and I'm ready to take on whatever. You know what I mean? Will and Michael B. and they can't do it all. You know what I mean? And I'm very proud of those brothers, and you know they're people who I look to. Mike's one of my friends, my good friends that I look to. I'm very proud of. We've done a lot of stuff together, like outside of the industry, and see him doing his thing. Like, yo, man, it makes me so happy and proud. But I plan on being up there with the big dogs, and eventually getting, you know, my shot. And I hope that my Ali stands the test. It doesn't hurt that I'm not a box, but you know, working with these heavy hitters is and getting the opportunity to play a legend. Probably my hardest role.
I said that's definitely some big shoes to fill. Like, you step in Ali's shoes, you gotta step like and
I felt
become
it.
Ali.
There was a lot of pressure. Yeah, man.
I seen like a picture you put up on your Instagram. It was just like something. I was like,
yeah,
it was just like a facial expression.
Yeah.
Like how much did you dig into that character?
Oh,
how much stuff
I had
did you do?
I had to become him, and I think some people like they can impersonate Ali, but I had to embody him because you can't fake the greatest. You can't, you know what I mean? And
everybody's gonna be waiting to critique.
Everyone's gonna be waiting. You know, Will did a good job. And I know that not only am I filling the shoes of like Ali, but then it's just like, well, Will did it before me. And this movie's not about Ali; it's more about Chuck Wepner, who fought Ali in real life and went the distance, which spawned Rocky. And that's what Apollo Creed is. Apollo Creed is Muhammad Ali, because after he beat George Foreman in Zaire, no one expected him to win, but he won. And so after that, Don King wanted to set up another super fight. Ali was so beat from that fight with George Foreman that he said, we got to take it slow. I need a little something easier to get myself back. So then they found this guy, the Great White Hope, if you will, that Ali was just supposed to walk through, just have another fight, walk through. But the thing about Chuck Wepner, what's great about him, is that he, out of respect for Ali, he actually trained real hard to give Ali a good fight. So Ali thought he was just gonna walk through this cat, but it didn't treat him bad. Like, because after a while, you start to see like Muhammad Ali's a showman. Like, he did it before Floyd Mayweather, before the Deion Sanders. Like, he was a showman, but he did it in a way where it was classy and fun. He wasn't like a mean-spirited person. And what ended up happening was Ali, through this whole fight, trying to fight Chuck Wepner, he was having fun with it. But it wasn't until, I think, the 9th round that Chuck knocked Ali down, but he really didn't knock him down. He stepped on his foot, but they called it a knockdown. After that, Ali got pissed and got back up and went to work and like beat that man behind.
Yeah, that's why it's called the Bleeder.
The Bleeder.
Because he
bled. He
bled. His face was covered. I remember those pictures.
Yeah.
Of course, I wasn't there to see the fight.
No, for sure. But this is one of these things, man, where, you know, to be able to have that opportunity, I guess, and it was scary. But I was ready. I don't think Liev would have fought for me if he didn't think I could do it or if I wasn't ready. And then on top of it, I'm showing the world, like, hey, man, there's more than just Derwin, Darryl. Like, I'm playing the greatest. You know what I mean? And I felt I did a good job. And hopefully the fans will feel the same way. Liev, who I respect and trust and love, was just like, you know, you killed it. Not just saying like, you killed it, because I had to work hard. And then out of respect for him, I want to make him proud that, you know, I dove in. There was a lot of Ali documentaries, a lot of Ali.
Brainwashed yourself.
Oh, everything, man. Because like you represent the greatest. You got to come great, you know. So yeah, that was that for me, and I'm looking for any other challenges, and I'm happy to be in DC tonight, man. Because I know we're on time.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, because I know, like I said, we got to hurry up and wrap it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, now that you're getting those roles and they're throwing at you all types of different things, what's that ideal role you want and that you're looking for? That legacy role that you're like, all right, if this one comes, I gotta body it and I'm good.
Dude, I guess it's gonna find. Like I said, there's nothing I don't feel I can do. I can do it all. We just gotta buckle down and do it. And then on top of it, it has to come to you. People have to believe and trust and see, you know, a certain amount of body of work that you do. But like what I was saying before, when I got on Ray Donovan, in a way, it's almost like people are like, oh my God, he's a great actor. You know, I'm like, I've been here. You know what I mean? And then on top of it, the urban community, the black community is like, Pooch, where you at? Where you go? Part of it's weird. I'm trying to bring it all together, and you know, it takes time. So for all you guys out there, like I'm on Showtime's Ray Donovan, probably premiere in the summer, like July, but the first 3 seasons are on DVD, whatever outlets out there, you can check it out. I mean, it's a good watch. I'm playing a different character. Don't expect to see Derwin.
What can we expect this season? There's a new season coming up.
Well, we got more boxing, and I think a lot of what Ray has done out in the community is now going to come back to his family. So all the people he might have pissed off or certain things that he's done out there is now coming here. And the family's going to be affected, so I think it's dealing with that. Russian mob is here now. Just, you know, more Daryl for sure, and more boxing. And just another roller coaster ride.
Do you feel as though being, rather than a daytime television to a station to a Showtime, they dig in a little bit more? There's more.
Oh yeah, it's gangster.
From the set.
It's gangster. It's you know, doing a network show to a cable show is the difference between a chick in a bikini and somebody buck naked. You know what I mean? That's the truth. You know what I mean? The game push the envelope a lot, but like they ain't do what we do on Ray Donovan.
It puts it to shame.
Yo, I mean, it's just two different whatchamacalls, and that's only because of the you know, the censorship and all that. But you know, the game did what it did based off of what we could do. And you know, and then we had that comedy and you know, that world of, you know, professional athletes and what goes on behind the scenes. But it's definitely grittier and darker over there. And you know, that's what you want to do. You constantly want to be challenged. And Ray Donovan and Showtime, they challenge. They want to make sure they're giving the fans that entertainment. You know, there's a reason why we're going for a season. Hopefully 5 or 6. That's kind of what it is. And then based off of Ray Donovan, I got 2 studio films I just did right after I wrapped season 3. You know, when I was on the game, I could jump in the room, but I wasn't really getting the looks. Quite frankly, it's not because I wasn't a good actor. It's part of the whole business. It's kind of like the brand. You're going into a big movie, they don't really know who you are. So with that being said, I'm producing, writing. Hopefully I have something that I'm going to be producing. Hopefully probably pop next year. But you can't come this far and not want to be involved, and not want to direct, and not want to produce. You have to. You got to do it all. It's not just about being musical actor. You have to be a business person. You see what I'm saying? As well as an artist. So, yeah, man, it's fun. definitely fun.
You look like you're having fun, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming by, man. I ain't gonna hold you up too long. But speaking on, you used to rap. Can I get a couple bars on the way out?
Bars. Nah, man. Nah, I'm good, man.
Come on, bro.
Yo, the mic's on the shelf. The mic's on the shelf with dust on it. If you guys want to hear the rap, call up Consequence. Call up my man Consequence. Good brother of mine. We did a song called Something Light, and that's where it's staying. It's like we did one song.
Oh, man. I thought that was the intro to the bars, and then you just shut it down. Oh, man.
I'm also a comic.
All right, Pooch Hall,
Thank you,
Impact
brother.
TV, myself, DJ Akademiks, man. Appreciate you.